Hey everyone, it's Taylor. As I had mentioned in the previous clip, I'm going to be talking about what went down at TANACON. I'm still going to be posting the vlog for my California trip. I just figured I'd put this unedited video out there just to let people know. So basically I went to TANACON and they said registration, if you want to get in line before it gets insane, get there at 6. So that is what my mother and I did. We woke up at 5:10 in the morning and we walked over to the Marriott. And we stood in line for 3 hours waiting to get our registration in, and then we stood in more lines and more lines, so it was ridiculous until I got this lovely little pass. This got me nothing. First off, I walked in and online, here, let's see what I've got popping here. Let's put me on the Wi-Fi here, or there is none outside. That's helpful. So, oh, there we go, Sheraton guest. So we were here, oh, sorry, I have to put in my name. Mancuso 2017. So I'm gonna go to the website and explain to you guys what the featured fucking creator pass entails and what it's supposed to get you and what the featured creator pass gets you. Because from the looks of it, we got nothing, and it basically just didn't work at all. Let's see, so TANACON. So TANACON shut down. Basically, 20,000 people rushed the doors at TANACON at like 10 or 11, maybe 12 or 1, like in the span of 4 hours. 20,000 people who weren't ticketed, didn't have tickets, rushed the doors and tried getting in, and it was just insane. I can't find the website, but basically there was a difference between the $65 pass and the $0 pass. So my mom and I, because this is my trip for my senior year, decided to get the featured fucking creator pass because it said you'll get gift bags, main stage, fast pass to meetups, and all this other fantastic stuff that we were told was gonna happen. And literally none of that happened. I only met a few people, which was really cool, and I still appreciate getting to meet those people. But Tana did not think this out very well. She didn't hire the right people at all for this. Her venue was way too freaking small. It was ridiculously small. It only held 1,500 people, and over 20,000 people showed up, and that's including the people inside. Well, no, that's not even including the people inside. There was more because there's 20,000 outside and then people coming in that were already inside as well, and that's me. So I had met a few people, which was really cool, but it was extremely unsafe. It was all the things she was trying to avoid at this happened. The fire hazards, the safety hazards, it was ridiculous. I've never, like, I tried getting in the front row area where Emma Chamberlain and her were having a Q&A, and I got crushed and stepped on. I couldn't breathe. It was ridiculous, and no one was letting me get out. It was the hardest thing ever. And then they were kicking people out because it was just a freaking mess. There were so many people. They were trying to let the other people that were waiting outside for hours in. But my mom and I had gotten there at 6 a.m. so we were waiting. We were really kind of closer to the front of the line. But there were so many people that, like, I think it literally shut down. I'm gonna probably have to check Twitter for that, so let's check Twitter. My username is, oopsies, sorry. This is gonna be a really messy video, and it's gonna be more like a live stream, but it's okay. But TANACON was freaking awesome, but I've never been more disappointed in the way things were set up. She hired all the wrong people to do this. I think they promised her so many different things, the things that she wanted to have done at this thing, and it totally didn't go the way she wanted it to. And apparently there were supposed to be 2 separate lines between the VIP and the non-VIP people, and so it kind of just, like, it all went to hell. And I know she feels really bad because my mom and I actually just watched a live stream, and it was pretty genuine, I think. Do you think? Yeah, so my mom's sitting right here, but Like, I literally just got back from getting food, so we came over here, and my mom just wanted to lay in the sun, so I decided to join her. But yeah, it was really kind of disappointing. Sorry, I'm logging into my laptop. Let's see.
People traveling, you know, that purchase tickets from very far away.
There was a lot of people traveling from really far away. And I feel really bad for them. Like, I'm one of those people. I traveled all the way from Colorado. I mean, people went as far as traveling from Australia and like Canada, like different countries people came from to come to California to see this. And now they're trying to extend it to Sunday to like have people come and come Sunday and make it a better experience. But like, I'm leaving Sunday, so I don't, and then I don't know if I even want to go tomorrow. I mean, I do have a thing to meet Emma Chamberlain, but it was a freaking mess. Like, you had, like, I have never seen a worse, like, it was so messy, and there was other people that went to VidCon and saw all that, and it was so much easier walking into VidCon. Granted, yes, they did, Tana does have problems with VidCon, but I've also never been to VidCon, so I've never had problems with it. I just enjoy Tana, and I support her very much, and I love her. That I wanted to support her in this because she is a small YouTuber. Well, she's not a small YouTuber. She's a single person, and being able to pull this off with all the other help of other people in different companies is pretty amazing. But they were trying to compete with VidCon, so they did it on the same weekend. They've only had almost like a month and a half to 2 months to plan this. They should have waited a couple more months. I mean, yes, it is her 20th birthday tomorrow or Monday or whatever, I don't really know. And she wanted it to be special for that reason, and the fact that they wanted to compete with VidCon this weekend. But they should have waited till they had the security updated, because the security had no idea that Tana was this high demand. And she's a very high demand person. She's very famous, she's very well known, and everyone knows her, whether you hate her or not. She's a very controversial and very well known YouTuber, so it's really hard not to see that, you know. So I was really disappointed when it was so messy. It was just like some of people in specific like meetup rooms or different like Q&A halls are supposed to be in a different hall, like the landmark hall instead of main stage, and it was just ridiculous. The ticketing system was ridiculous, the way the con was set up was ridiculous. Like, it was just a mess, and I feel really bad for her because this was her first thing, like first major thing she's done other than touring, and it kind of screwed her, no offense, and it like kind of flopped. And I want to see tomorrow, and if they have it Sunday, to be successful for her, because I feel really bad, and I think it'd be cool if people went the next day and it was different. And from what I know of on Twitter, they said she had tweeted that they were trying to find another venue that was big enough to hold the 20,000 people that were going to be, that all of a sudden showed up. And so I think that's pretty cool that they're trying to accommodate that, but I think it's going to be really difficult because we're in Anaheim. It's a very high demand city as well, so having to think quick on your feet in the city is not very easy. It's gonna be really hard. She's gonna have to pull a lot of strings, and I think this is pissing a lot of people off, but I also want to remind people that we came for Tana and this fun stuff, and I don't think she realized how many people were gonna show up, and I don't think she was really in the process of like planning it. I think she was more just like told what to do, and she was just kind of like, she's young, so I guess she was probably just like, okay, I guess so, we can do that. And I think she was very confused on a lot of the different details, just as we were, and it was a complete catastrophe. And I really hope next time, or the next few days, or the next TANACON she has is so much more successful, because it's an amazing opportunity, and it's super cheap. And if they could just set it up differently and make it more spread out and put together, that'd be fantastic, because we were trying to meet Shane Dawson, we were trying to meet a whole bunch of other people, and so was everyone else. Everyone was trying to meet Shane Dawson, Emma Chamberlain, Tana and her friends, and Shane and all of his friends as well, and a whole bunch of other people. Like, I had met a few boys, I don't remember who their names are, and I'm so sorry, because they're really, from what I know of, they were really high demand. They were invited guests to VidCon and invited guests to TANACON, and they were super nice to me when I had talked to one of them. He's blonde, he's really cool, he was really nice actually. We had talked about his camera, but that's besides the point. But like, even they were confused. They didn't know what was going on because they were supposed to go on stage and never ended up going on stage. That I did know. I did find that out on Twitter. Sorry, my mom's right here too. But I had talked to them and we were just talking about his camera and what he's doing, and it was really cool to have that interaction with him and his friends and stuff. So, because I saw all these girls hugging him and I was like, who the hell's that? So I just kind of went up and I was like, what type of camera is that? Because I was just trying to be social, because it's a social event. It's supposed to be where you meet people that you like and enjoy your time. Like, I met a lot of really cool people. I met Laura from Laura's Boutique and I got to experience that, and I have that all on video, and I'm going to put that in a separate video compared to this, because this one's just being uploaded right away so I can put it on Twitter and have people see that this is what this is. But it was from what I know of, and if you leave comments below, it was pretty disappointing for a lot of us who had paid for the featured fucking creator pass, and it just turned out to be like the featured creator pass, you know? And we were under such a big misconception with how things were being placed out and the different badges and what they meant, and it was just kind of insane. I don't think it was really hard to understand the different rooms, the different people, where things were placed. It was just so messy and so cluttered, and it was really poorly executed, basically, is what my mom's kind of helping me with my words here. It just wasn't very well executed, and I think it's just because Tana wanted this done, like, and I get, sometimes things you just want it down now, but I think she should have waited until like July or August to have like another 2 months to plan this out a little better, and then instead of having to be like, okay, this needs to happen now. And I get it, it was a lot about the money for a lot of these companies too, because Tana obviously isn't a multi-million-dollar company. She is a singular person who has a team of people, but she does not have a multi-million-dollar company like some of these other companies that are sponsoring her TANACON is, you know what I'm saying? So I do feel extremely bad for what went down and the different people that got so disappointed, and for the people that were waiting outside for hours. And the different complaints I saw on Twitter, I saw like, instead of handing out little condoms, because it said Tana condom on a little condom thing, you should be handing out Tana water bottles or something, because they were out in the sun for more than 5 hours. And then some people didn't even get to come in. I met a few people when I went to the restaurant, and they were just telling us how like they didn't even get to like even set foot inside. Like, they'd canceled the whole thing before anyone could get in. And before VidCon starts to drag anything, I just want to point out that this is also, once again, her first con, doing it herself. She's not herself, but like coming up with the idea herself and then being able to plan that. I mean, granted, yes, she should have had more time and planned more time, but sometimes people make mistakes and don't think these through. I mean, some of the Q&As were actually really cool. I had waved to a couple people. I met Nicolette Gray, and she was actually really nice, shockingly. Like, kind of shocked by that. She was really sweet. And then I'd met a couple other people. I met Dom and Big Nick, and I met Jonah from David's vlog, and that was really cool. But that was because so many people were rushed out by security because it was over capacity inside of there, that my mom and I just kind of hid because we're very short and we just needed to like stay off to the side. Plus I wasn't feeling too good after sitting in the mob of what was Emma Chamberlain and Tana's Q&A. That was, yeah, they just needed to organize that better. It was not very well planned. Like, people didn't like know exact times. The website was off. It was just insane, and I think they could have done a way better job. And honestly, I was really disappointed that they didn't, but you know what? No hard feelings. I'm so excited to still be here. And when Tana posts the new venue, hopefully we'll get to go, and it will be a better, less insane time. But to anyone who didn't get in, I'm very sorry, and I hope maybe tomorrow or later tonight, like Tana said on her live stream, if you guys go and watch that on her Instagram, that she'll get this put up for you guys. And I think in the end, this was way too poorly planned and it needed more time, but things happen for a reason, and I guess this is one of the reasons it happened. So I'm still happy I got to go and see some people and meet some people and enjoy that experience, and hopefully tomorrow and maybe tonight, if they still open it up, that we'll be able to go and meet some more people, or maybe walk over to the Marriott and stalk Scotty Sire.
Shane Dawson.
And Shane Dawson. Actually, funny story, and I know this doesn't... Someone keyed Tottie's car, the one with David's face all over it. Someone keyed that car. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet on Scotty Tire's Instagram, on his Twitter, but yeah, so someone keyed the car, and how they got to that car is beyond me, because it was like behind a whole bunch of gates. So yeah, but that's besides the point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this information. I will be posting this on Twitter. I'm really sorry about all this crazy stuff, and I know this isn't my fault. I just feel bad for the people that didn't get to come in. But I think you guys are kind of lucky because it was chaotic and you would have gotten stepped on. It would have been just insane. And I think that if they do have a bigger venue tomorrow, definitely go, because it'll be totally worth it. And yeah, it was still, these passes, I don't know what the fuck they mean. They're totally fucking useless. I think they're a piece of shit. No offense, Tana, but you need to explain what the difference is between these passes, because I don't. Like, featured fucking creator, what? Like, doesn't make sense. But to end on a good note, I had a lot of fun. I hope I get to go tomorrow, or maybe see a few people tonight. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye.